Welcome to my channel, where we uncover cybersecurity secrets and arm you with the skills to stay safe online. Let's dive in.
This content is intended for educational purposes only. Unauthorized use of these techniques is illegal. Please act responsibly. How hackers bypass OTPs using SS7 attacks. What is SS7? SS7, or Signaling System 7, is a protocol suite used by telecom networks to exchange information between various switches, routers, and databases. It was developed in the 1970s and is fundamental to the operation of global telecommunications, facilitating call routing, text messaging, and other mobile services. SS7 is responsible for enabling features like number portability, SMS, and, most importantly for our discussion, mobile network signaling. While SS7 has been a crucial component of the mobile network infrastructure, its design is based on trust between network operators. Unfortunately, this trust is exploited by hackers in an SS7 attack. How SS7 attacks work. SS7 attacks take advantage of vulnerabilities in the SS7 protocol. Attackers can gain access to the SS7 network with relatively low levels of technical expertise. This is because SS7 access is granted to trusted operators, but the protocol itself lacks robust security controls. Once an attacker gains access to the SS7 network, they can intercept or manipulate communication between mobile devices, including SMS messages and voice calls. Here's how an attacker might use SS7 to bypass OTPs. 1. Gaining access to SS7 network. The first step in carrying out an SS7 attack is to gain access to the SS7 network. While this is not trivial, it is far from impossible. Attackers can purchase access to the SS7 network through underground channels, often via compromised telecom employees or through exploiting weak network configurations. Once access is gained, the attacker can issue commands to manipulate traffic between mobile devices and network infrastructure. 2. Intercepting OTPs sent via SMS. When you log into a service that uses OTPs for authentication, the service sends an SMS containing the OTP to your phone number. An attacker within the SS7 network can intercept these messages by instructing the network to redirect the OTP to their own phone number, instead of your own. This interception can occur in real time, allowing the attacker to access the OTP before you do. They can then use the OTP to complete your login or transaction. 3. Call forwarding and SIM swapping. In addition to intercepting SMS messages, SS7 attacks can also be used to perform SIM swapping. Through this technique, attackers can redirect calls and SMS messages intended for the victim's phone to their own device. This can provide the attacker full access to the victim's 2FA codes and any calls or SMS related to banking, social media accounts, or email logins. Why are SS7 attacks effective? SS7 attacks are particularly effective because 1. Telecom trust issues. The SS7 protocol was designed in an era when telecom operators trusted each other. This lack of proper authentication and encryption between network providers makes it easier for attackers to exploit the system. 2. Lack of encryption. SS7 does not offer encryption of its traffic by default, meaning messages sent over the network can be intercepted or manipulated without detection. 3. Wide-scale access. SS7 vulnerabilities are accessible to anyone with the necessary access to the telecom network. This means attackers do not need physical access to a user's device to execute an attack. 4. Difficulty in detection. Since SS7 operates behind the scenes and is essential for mobile networks to function, it's difficult for regular users to detect any malicious activity or interference in their communications. Consequences of SS7 attacks. The impact of an SS7 attack can be devastating. Some of the potential consequences include account takeover. Hackers can access OTPs and take over users' online accounts, including banking and email accounts. Financial loss. By bypassing OTPs, attackers can transfer funds from victims' bank accounts or make unauthorized purchases. Privacy breach. Sensitive personal information, including contact details and location data, can be accessed through intercepted messages or calls. Reputation damage. If an attack affects a business, it could lead to a loss of customer trust and damage to the organization's reputation. Mitigating SS7 attacks. While SS7 is a legacy protocol with inherent security issues, there are steps that both mobile network operators and end users can take to reduce the risk of SS7 attacks. 1. Use of end-to-end encryption. Services should implement end-to-end encryption for sensitive data instead of relying on SMS or OTP delivery. This can greatly reduce the risk of interception. 2. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, using an additional layer of authentication, such as an authentication app, like Google Authenticator or Authy, can provide stronger security than SMS-based OTPs. 3. SIM locking and PIN protection. Telecom operators should implement more stringent measures for SIM card security, such as requiring a PIN for SIM card swaps or changes. 4. SS7 monitoring. Telecom providers should monitor SS7 traffic for unusual patterns that could indicate an attack, such as multiple requests for call forwarding or SMS redirection. 5. Carrier collaboration. Telecom companies can collaborate to enhance SS7 security by implementing stronger authentication mechanisms and limiting SS7 access to trusted entities. Conclusion: SS7 attacks are a significant threat to mobile security and the integrity of OTP-based authentication systems. The ability to intercept or redirect SMS messages opens the door for hackers to bypass OTPs and take control of sensitive accounts. While SS7 remains a critical component of global telecommunications, its security flaws highlight the need for stronger, more modern alternatives for secure communication, such as encrypted messaging services and enhanced authentication methods. For users and organizations alike, the takeaway is clear: do not rely solely on SMS-based OTPs for securing sensitive information. Explore more secure methods such as app-based authentication, biometric security, and multi-factor authentication to protect against SS7 attacks and other evolving cybersecurity threats. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay ahead in cybersecurity. Check out more videos here to keep your knowledge sharp.